What's up, everyone? It's Eric again, and the long-awaited Mark II War Machine from Hot Toys. Now, past videos I said this was my next piece. Been totally looking forward to getting this. This and the Iron Patriot 2 is up there on my list of the most spectacularly articulated Iron Man figures to date. Now, the Avengers Iron Man was it was alright in certain aspects, which with each and every Iron Man they come out with the exception of the Power Pose series, they're getting significantly better and better with the articulation in these figures. Now, why I wanted this one so much over the Iron Patriot, even though this didn't make an appearance in the actual movie, I don't know. I just like the color theme. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you all the extra articulation points. Now, the arms, the elbow, if you pull down slightly to a point where it stretches out just a little bit, you see that crease over there, it allows you to bend the elbows farther than it would go if you didn't bend them. Okay. Now, another great thing about this is it's die cast, so you don't have to worry about it snapping in certain areas. I didn't say all the areas, because it's still partly plastic. I'd say 50% to 60% of this is actually die cast. There are videos that show you the parts which are and which aren't, and there's actually a demonstration video from Hot Toys with the extra articulation, and it's actually pretty good. So you know what, I'll skip that and just tell you the good aspects of this figure. Actually, I don't even have to tell you. If you saw the demonstration video, you'll know the awesomeness of this figure. But I'm gonna give you warnings in this video instead. I'm sorry, I'm just imprompting. So, warnings. For this and the Iron Patriot, more geared towards the Iron Patriot, posing this figure in extreme poses, where you have him crouching down with his fist to the ground or whatnot, will involve a lot of rubbing, especially in these areas, and any areas where two parts meet. And even though it's die cast, the knee joints, if constantly shifted, back and forth, will get loose. Now, I'm not sure about fixes as of yet because I haven't done any. It's still fairly new out of the box. Also, you might want to be careful with the shoulders. I mean, even though they're highly articulated, and they have the spring in the shoulder organs, I guess, you might want to be careful because it does rub against his shoulders, and under his arms they do rub against the rib cage area, because it can go perfectly straight if you wanted to. Great thing. It's a great thing, but just be careful with those. One good point, my favorite part of this figure is actually the added point of getting the extra articulation for, you know, sitting and crouching. This will get him into positions where he's actually crouching with the iconic Iron Man pose with him on one knee and fist to the ground. So this helps a lot, and basically what it is an extra point on where the hips come down. Now I'm gonna do this for you, okay? Just to show you. Took the leg off. You have to be careful with these pieces. Now this is a flap that moves up. Now you want to move this up when you're positioning his legs forward, okay? Be careful because this is going to be a part that also scratches against his upper thigh armor. Now not only that is, if you don't be careful with it, you'll snap this piece. This is unfortunately plastic. Along with this, it does get loose after a while for extreme poses, and this will pop out of place, but you can pop it back on. As you can see, the leg area, you see there's a joint here, and I'm going to try and get the joint to pop. Yep, there you go. Now, you don't really have to pull it. You can see, if I can try to get this as good as possible. You can see that it's not you don't pull anything. It's actually rotating slide over here within the hip. So that's what causes him to gotta lift this flap up. Like again, I'm putting his legs up, so I have to put that flap up. So you can see how the hip is actually positioned out when you want to put him in that pose. Okay, now pops right back in. Now that's the main key that I guess I should show everyone who didn't know, because the demonstration doesn't actually show you that. Also, you can actually pull this out 2 to 3 times in order to achieve a great, you know, leaning, arcing forward position. Now I'd be careful with this, because as you can see, and I'll show you in a better image, the abdomen is a 3-tier, one here and one above here. There's a 3-section crunch. Now, in order to do it, see how it pops up. It's actually elongating his torso in order to bend all the way forward and bend all. See that's pretty extreme. Also, with his legs and the hip part coming down as well, you can see how extreme that actually leans down. So kudos to that. A better view of this, actually, from the back, you can see all the sections on where it's gonna 1, 2, 3. So I would be very careful, because when you do this ab crunch, this plate rubs against here, and after countless times of doing that, you will eventually wear away the paint. Now, it doesn't actually, if I show you, doesn't actually touch inside. It's actually a big gaping area for required movement of the torso. So that's a good thing. They tried their best, and I appreciate it, and it works, and I like it. So just push down, make his torso normal size again, and he'll be able to stand up with the best of them. I only have one gripe. Okay, two gripes with this figure. Lack of accessories is one. He could have gotten more accessories. And two, lack of articulation in the head. You got this much going on, but seriously, this is the highest he's able to look. Now, you had the Avengers Mark 7 head where he could look all the way up in a flying position. This one, you're not able to. So that's it for the Mark II Hot Toys War Machine review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Post some comments, share what you think about the articulation progress for Hot Toys is making on all these figures, and I'd love to hear it. See you later, guys.